Well, I won't lie to you. I have not been looking forward to this. This is chapter 46 and chapter 47. Well, we're not going to talk about 47 today. We'll talk about 47 tomorrow, but this is the part of the book that's difficult because, like I said yesterday, we had Rashid dead, and it's awesome. But of course, the author here, Khaled Hosseini, I never can say his name right, Hosseini, can't let us be happy for too long. Anytime we're happy, he's got to make us sad again. So he's like, whoa, 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 you guys at home or in the airport or wherever you're reading this, you're way too happy about this. I'm gonna have to change some things, make you a little more depressed. So anyway, chapter 46, um, we find ourselves back in Lila's perspective, and she is. It's kind of confusing at the beginning of the chapter. It kind of goes like a little mini flashback to that closing scene for the end of 45, but from Lila's perspective, got Rashid over the top of her, strangling her, going to kill her, and then of course the shovel, and she sees those sunspots like she's getting ready to pass out, and she's still trying to figure out what happened, and then she sees one of the best images of the book is Rashid, you know, foam gurgling down his mouth, and his eyes are all. He's like a likened into a dead fish, and man, I hate to be insensitive, okay, but I love that. It's awesome. Anyway, again, yeah, like I said yesterday, I don't want anyone to die, but I wanted Rashid to die. So what we get here, there goes that email thing again. Sorry, I try to get in the habit of closing my emails. Um, Sorry, email's coming up. Anyway, I'll get to that in a second. So this chapter is all about Mariam the mom. Is chapter 46. First of all, they got to take care of the body. Mariam is thinking like, "Hey, you can't be upset." Lila's very upset here. Not upset, but she's just very shocked, and she doesn't understand. This is a dead body. This was a person in her life for so long. As much as she hated Rashid, this is still. I think she would react. I think we would all react similarly. They're not exactly laughing and high fiving here. It's really more like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? She's a little frazzled, and Mariam is that calm, cool, collected. Lila, you have to help me move the body. We're going to move it to the tool shed. They move it to the tool shed, and there's a little bit of irony in that as well. And wrap them in blankets. And Mariam is very diligent. And all through this process, she's also kind of calming Lila down. Um, yes, when we are living in a nice house out in the country, and we go to Pakistan together, and it's kind of like when you're a kid and your dog dies or something, and your parents either tell you, "Oh well, Fluffy ran away," or "We took Fluffy to live on a big farm," or Fluffy is in doggy heaven, or whatever your parents kind of do, because parents naturally are supposed to coax you a little bit. Okay, there's the nurturing side of the parent, trying to make you feel better, calm you down, and whatever Lila needs to hear, um, she needs. Mariam needs to comfort her child, which is, and again, I keep putting it in quotes because Lila is not Mariam's kid, but she really is at this point, and also she puts it all on herself. Um, she's very she tells Lila that it really wasn't about Lila. She sacrifices a lot of things for Lila here, but it really wasn't about Lila. I think that maybe that first hit of the shovel yesterday, you could argue that first hit of the shovel yesterday was about Lila and just getting Rashid off of her. But man, we talked yesterday about how that shovel coming down that second time, boom, that was really for Mariam. this is tough. Two things about this chapter that are difficult is when Lila has to go up to Zalmai. Zalmai is in bed at this point, and he's, like we said yesterday, locked away in his room, and Zalmai is wondering where his dad is. You know, he usually sings to me or whatever, does a poem with me or story with me. I can't remember exactly what he said at nighttime before I go to bed, and Lila has to first of all lie to him and say, you know, your father is gone. He left, and she also has to kind of stomach that she's not upset that Rashid is gone, but we all feel bad for Zalmai that his dad is out of his life, if that makes sense. We as readers and Lila and Mariam as characters, we are all not going to miss Rashid, okay? But we feel bad for Zalmai because he's just a boy, and a boy needs his dad, and he's going to have to now live his life without his father, and you know, that's tough for the mother to explain to her son. Lila explain to Zalmai, and the second part of this chapter that is very difficult is the next day when Mariam's wheels are turning this whole time. I think Mariam, honestly, as I've gone back and read this a few times now that I know what the outcome is, and I've read this a couple times and I've been able to talk to you guys about it a few times, I'm of the opinion, and disagree with me if you want to, that Mariam had this thought out to occur at some point. I think Mariam knew, and it was like I think we said it yesterday when she was sitting in that tool shed, that one day one of them was going to die. We don't see Rashid as an old man and Mariam as a woman in her 50s. You know, just that old couple together, you know, and Lila there as well. And it just wasn't going to be like that. I think Mariam knew that one day either Rashid was going to kill her or she was going to kill Rashid. And she's thought about this. The problem is she realizes there's not a way out of that for her. So, what does a good parent do here? And this is going to be our theme for 47 as well when we talk about this tomorrow. What does a good parent do here? She does what Nana and Jaleel and Rashid and all the other parents and fathers and Jaleel's wives, any example of parents that we've had in this book so far, any example, not just Nana and Jaleel, but any example of parents. I guess maybe the one we would see is, no, not even that. Hakeem, you could say, Bobby, Lila's dad, you could say he was a great example of a father, and I would agree with you, but even he would not just take Lila and go. If he had just taken Lila and left and gone to California like they said they were going to and left mommy behind, all of this would have been over with. And Mariam is like, hey, here's what I'm going to do that no one else has been able to do. I'm going to sacrifice. I'm going to sacrifice for the love and the betterment of my child. I'm going to do what parents always say they're going to do. Oh, I'd give my life for you. I'd lay down in the street. You know, I would die for you. I would say, I love you more than I love myself. I would say, and that's all well and good. I believe a lot of parents believe that, but this is a chance for Mariam to show it, and she's going to sacrifice herself here as she tells Lila, you got to take Zalmai, and you got to go get Aziza, and you got to get Tariq, and you have to go. That sweepy little town with trees, that's probably Miri, Pakistan, where Tariq lives. Mariam knows that. Mariam is going to stay, and this is very difficult. It's very emotional as a reader because what you want is Mariam to, no, Mariam, just go. But what happens is, if Mariam decided, hey, let's all go together, yeah, let's go. Let's go get Aziza, and let's go find Tariq, and we'll pack up Zalmai, and we got to run. We got to run. If they get caught, they're all in trouble. What's Tariq going to say? These are my two wives, and these are my two he risks the Taliban by them all leaving together. Mariam takes the risk of having them all executed. Lila, Tariq, and Mariam, or at least beaten, maybe hanged. And then the children, who knows? Aziza taken as somebody's wife. Zalmai shipped up to be a future Taliban soldier. That's the risk they run if Mariam doesn't do this. Mariam decides, because I love you all, Zalmai included, because I love you all, I am going to do this for you. And of course, Lila's upset. No, 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 you don't have to, you don't have to. Think like a mother, Lila, says Mariam. Boy, she's right. Think what a mother would do. Think what a good parent would do. How could I ever tell you, Lila, if I'm Mariam here, how could I ever tell you how to be a good mother and what you should be doing for your children if I can't walk the walk? Talk the talk is one thing. Talk about what all she's done for her daughter at the beginning of the book, but she ended up hanging herself. And say what you want about that, and it was a traumatic scene, but there's just been no examples of parents that are truly giving of themselves, okay, and for their children. Again, Hakeem the closest to that, but even he waited too long. Obviously, it cost him and his wife, and you could argue also cost Lila dearly. Regardless, Mariam is going to stay, she says, and at the end of the chapter, it's again, we're in 46 here. She says goodbye to Zalmai. She's saying goodbye to all of them. She says, kiss Aziza for me. And that is a punch in the gut, because Mariam is never going to get to say bye to Aziza. Oh, man, and that's tough because of all that stuff she had done for her. And she says goodbye to Lila, and she also says goodbye to Zalmai. She says, you treat your mother well. And then she cupped his face. He pulled back, but she held on. I am so sorry, Zalmai Joe. Believe me that I'm so very sorry for your pain and sadness. I'm so sorry for what I've taken from you, your father. And she didn't say that, but that's really what she means. You're going to live a different life now. And maybe you'll have Tariq as a stepdad, maybe, but it won't be, it just won't be the exact same as it would have been. And Mariam waves at him, and they turn to the corner, and Lila never saw Mariam again, it says. Lila never saw Mariam again. And that's tough. That's a tough sentence to read. Because you're always hoping then and there, you're like, okay, wait, this sounds bad, but what if never saw her again? And that was a very sad goodbye. I think the Aziza thing, now that I read that again, I think the Aziza thing hurts the most. Tell Aziza goodbye for me. I mean, she doesn't even get to do it herself. Probably spared Aziza in doing that. Probably saved Aziza a lot of heartache in doing that. But man, that's tough for Mariam. And that's got to be just gut-wrenchingly difficult for Lila to have to see all that. Lila, we feel terrible for Lila here because she's the one that's got to keep all these pieces together after Mariam is gone. She's got to figure out how we're going to raise Zalmai. And she's got to figure out how to get that message to Aziza that Mariam is gone. And, shoot, they still got to put together that Tariq, her dad, is alive. And there's a lot of loose threads here. And Lila is going to have to be the one to do that. So we feel bad for her as well. So anyway, tough chapter, man. 46 and 47 are tough. 40, I won't lie, tomorrow's chapter is difficult as well. But man, what a good book. To bring out that kind of emotion, it just gets me every time. It really does. So anyway, that being said, I hope you guys have been enjoying it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll check in with you tomorrow, Friday. So some good news there. And I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are safe and healthy. I hope your family is as well. I will keep looking out for each other. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.